A very good morning to one and all. Today we are going to study about the introduction to utilization of electrical energy. Here, firstly we will see that contains what we are going to discuss in today's PPT. First thing, we will see that why we are going to study this utilization of electrical energy course. Nextly, we will see what are the course objectives. After that, we are going to say about what are the prerequisite subject in order to fulfill this particular course solidly and with a concrete knowledge. Nextly, we will see about the what is the prescribed syllabus in respect to chapter wise. After that, we are going to see in order to acquire a solid knowledge, we are going to discuss about what are the healthy and useful textbooks with references. Nextly, we are going to see what are the credits and assignments of this particular subject. After that, we are going to see that what is the utilization of electrical energy and why we are going to study this particular subject. We all know that as we are electrical engineers, from generation of the power, from after generation, transmission, and then the distribution will come into the picture. Once the power has been distributed, the distributed power has to feed to the different consumers at the end levels. The consumers may be industrial, domestic and commercial consumers. For example, if you see the block diagram or the circuit level schematic diagram of the generation and transmission and distribution of the electrical power, it shows that all the three solid power generation system has been portrayed here. After the power has been distributed, it has been distributed to the residential customers, consumer customers and the industrial customers. So, how effectively from the generation and we are stepping down with certain levels to the distribution, how effectively we are utilizing this electrical energy in different forms we are going to study in this particular subject. So, nextly we are going to see that what are the course objectives. So, in order to have any course, what are the course objectives we should be very familiar. So, the first objective is that moving on to that different output loads, because at the consumer end different types of loads are there. So, moving on to different types of loads, so we have to familiar with that what are the different types of loads and their characteristics with respect to different temperatures and loading conditions. After that, we are going to see that we are going to see and analyze that what are the different types of heating and welding techniques. As we know that we can transform the electrical energy to some other forms, for example, heat and light, etc. So, in such a way we are going to see various types of heating and welding techniques. After that, we are going to see that how we are going to control that, how means speed control, speed time curves of different traction services. So, because at the end we are going to conclude this particular subject with the help of a traction, means how we are effectively utilizing our electric power in driving a traction, we are going to conclude with this particular concept. So, nextly we are going to see that various parameters of the tracking system, and also we see that how we are going to see that demand side management of utilization of electrical energy. So, nextly we are going to see that what are the prerequisites in order to full-fledge this particular course. So, the prerequisites are we have to have a basic knowledge and concrete knowledge on power systems, followed by power electronic controllers and drives, then electrical machines. So, apart from this, one can understand a concrete knowledge on control systems too. After that, we will see what are the syllabus which we are going to study in this particular subject. So, if you see that in unit 1 we are going to study about the selection of motors. So, what is this? We are going to utilize the electrical power in some form of energy at the distribution from the distribution to the load side consumers. So, now why we are going to study this selection of motors? Because if we want to transform the energy from some electrical energy to some other transformation, suppose for example I am using some motor at the load. So, how efficiently we need to understand what is the loading effect in the output side. Based upon that loading effect, we need to understand what is that nature of the supply available, what are the electrical characteristics, mechanical characteristics, what is the nature of the drive and what is the cost of the drive. With that particular application, we need to choose the motor in order to fulfill a certain objective. So that is the reason, as this particular concept we already studied in machinery and power electronic controllers and drives, but we will have a brief introduction, brief study of all the particular machinery part in this particular unit, that is named as selection of motors. So if you see, the contents are choice of the motors, types of the electric drives, starting and running characteristic of speed control, temperature rise, application of electric drives, and lastly we see that different types of loads followed by continuous, intermediate and variable loads, then load equalization. So these are the concepts which we are going to study in unit number 1, entitled as selection of motors. So nextly, in unit number 2, as we discussed that electrical energy has been transformed from one form of energy to another form of energy, for example heat, light, etc. So in this particular unit we are going to study named as electric heating, and we are going to see certain objectives or methods of electric heating and followed by electric welding too. Nextly we are going to see that unit number 3, that is illumination fundamentals. In this illumination fundamentals, as we discussed that it has been transformed to light energy. After transforming the light energy, if you are very familiar, one practical example where we are going to discuss today is that if you see that as an illumination engineer, we want to illuminate a building. For example, our domestic example I am giving, our house. So in what direction, in what position, with how much illuminance we need to illuminate the particular hall. So in such a way, an illumination engineer has to know the basic fundamentals of the illumination engineering, followed by a real-time example. Suppose as everyone are familiar with a cricket. So cricket, how people are playing in night time with an full-fledged lightning. So there we are going for flood lightning. So in the flood lightning, there we need to arrange as an illumination engineer, so that the batsman and the bowler should not be distracted with that light energy or the illumination factors. So apart from that, and real time example, one more thing is that day to day we are going to see a street lighting. In the street lighting we are going to use sodium vapor lamps. In the sodium vapor lamps we are going to see that as the sodium vapor lamps are focused in a small area, that is the reason we are going to lay the street lighting on either side of the road, followed by certain distance one to another, so that the each and every corner part of the road should be visible clearly. So based upon the objective, based upon the nature and based upon the lighting factor, where we are going to choose which type of lighting scheme we need to implement. So moving on to the contents, in the fundamentals we are going to see different types of laws, followed by that different types of sources of light also we are going to see. Nextly, in the same third unit with the continuation, we are going to see various illumination methods. Right. In the last concept, that is unit number 4, we are going to study electric traction 1, and unit number 5 we are going to study electric traction 2. So here in the traction we are going to see that what is that system of electric traction, traction electrification, how means what is the present scenario, how the electric traction in India we are going to study in the introduction part, followed by in the traction 2 we are going to see that different calculation of tractive effort and specific energy consumption. So why now we are going to study the total 4th unit and 5th unit or traction. So why we are here, that quadrilateral, trapezoidal, speed time curves come into the picture? As we know that if suppose I am in Andhra Pradesh, suppose a transmission line is there, for example from Andhra Pradesh to Arunachal Pradesh. So based upon the hill station, because Andhra Pradesh is somewhat low area when compared to Arunachal Pradesh, it is somewhat hilly area. So that the path from Andhra Pradesh to Arunachal Pradesh, the particular rail should be in the form of an increasing, then flat surface will come, then the declaration will come. So based upon that nature of track system, we are representing with some mathematical figure kind of thing, that is trapezoidal and equilateral speed time curves. So based upon that we are going to see that what is that trapezoidal and equilateral speed time curves based upon that nature of the track system. So nextly we are going to see what are the textbooks prescribed for this particular subject. We are going to see that in this particular subject we are very familiar that famous author is that Taylor for utilization of electrical energy, followed by art and science of utilization of electrical energy by Pratap. Nextly the few references where we are going to see that first reference is that generation, distribution and utilization of electrical energy by C.L. Vadhva, followed by utilization of electrical energy by Surya Narayana and utilization of electrical energy by J.B. Gupta. So nextly we are see that what are the credits and assignments of this particular subject. As we know that as we studied in previous semester, it is also a 3 creditor course, and we are now at present semester, that is 7th semester, you people are going to study, and you people are belongs to VR 17 regulation, and the 5 assignments need to be submitted. Weekly quizzes will be conducted as per the schedule, followed by 2 mid exams and an end examination. So in the next class we are going to discuss about the unit number 1, that is selection of motors. Thank you.